Witches and wizards alike, ready your wands and welcome to this new Hogwarts Legacy video, in which we will dive deeper into how long the game actually will be, how much time you will spend in the wizarding world come February 7th when the game finally releases for next-gen consoles and PC. I collected some official news and bits and pieces of information on the game's length and how long it will take you to complete the story, the side quests and extracurricular activities. And as a bonus, at the end of the video we will have some official information about the Nintendo Switch version. So just stick around until the end of the video or use the timestamps in the video description down below. But before we start with the video, I have one big favor to ask from you. This is my very first video on the channel, and this is also my very first video on YouTube in English. So any kind of feedback you could give me after watching this video would be very helpful and appreciated. Did you enjoy or did not enjoy the video? Did you like or maybe dislike my English or how I'm pronouncing things? And ultimately, how did you like the video and the information presented? Thanks in advance, and I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comments below. But now let's start with the exciting and interesting pieces of information I could gather on the length of the game. And I would like to kick things off with an interview with Avalanche's senior producer Jimmy Nelson. And rather talking about how long you will play Hogwarts Legacy, he was mentioning the time passing by during your campaigns.
So Hogwarts Legacy consists of one full school year.
And now let's start with an article from the German press outlet GamePro.de. They have been interviewing game designer Kelly Murphy and narrative lead Moira Squire and asked them how many days of paid leave they should plan for the release of Hogwarts Legacy. And the answer they got was a solid 40 hours for the main story only, and for completionists a whopping 100 to 120 hours. So if you're that kind of player that rushes through the main campaign and wants to complete things as fast as possible, you'll be looking at around 40 hours of playtime. But if you're also completing essential side quests too, then you're looking at around 55 to 60 hours more. But as we know, quests and side quests aren't the only thing open world games have to offer. You can spend a lot of time just exploring the world, gathering crafting materials, flying around with your broom or hippogriff, putting on a fashion show, or redecorating your vivarium. We all know those are activities you can lose track of time on pretty easily. And if you're just looking on quests and side quests in terms of quantity, then there's a lot of content waiting for you. Supposedly there are around 150 missions and around 100 of them are side quests. I just hope they aren't as repetitive as the usual Ubisoft side quests, which can get boring very fast and feel more like a chore than fun to play. But as you know, not everybody plays games the same way. That's why I find it especially interesting to hear from different people how long they did take to complete the game. In an article from comicbook.com I found a very interesting interview with Avalanche Software's game director Alan Tu. And I find his take on the topic very good. I quote, "We find that the length varies really dramatically and really wildly based on the player and, like you said, mainlining versus doing side missions. I can describe it through my own lens. I'm someone, you can imagine, who has been through many playthroughs and you understand what I might know about the game given my position. I recently did a 100% playthrough of everything, and even with all of my knowledge and my information, that was an 80+ hour run getting through all the content. I feel like there's a lot there and a lot to engage with, and I'm excited for people to have that experience." And I think that's a very good point of view, because even if you only take around 80 hours to complete everything and to 100% the game, that's still a lot. And then there's even more to uncover just by exploring the world, finding Easter eggs and just soaking up the magic and wonder of the wizarding world. And another article from Gaming Bible seems to confirm the before mentioned information. According to them, there are over 100 side quests and you'll be looking at triple-digit hours for completing the game. But they also sat down with game designer Kelly Murphy for an interview And she told them that even though she has been working on the game for 6 years now and has played through it multiple times, she hasn't seen everything yet. And in yet another article from Glitched, the circulating numbers get confirmed once more. According to them, you're looking at over 100 side quests additionally to a very lengthy campaign. But their interview goes a bit deeper than that. According to them, your choices and decisions that you make in side quests will often impact the main campaign. For example, how you interact with characters in side quests will tie into the main campaign should you encounter that character again, which should really affect replayability of the main campaign and all side quests drastically. So if you're that kind of player who likes to play games more than once, or who chooses to interact differently with people every playthrough, or who just likes to start over and choose a different house, then it seems you're in for a treat and you're looking at a lot more content. All in all, these are very exciting and interesting news around playtime of the game, especially if we're looking at a playtime of around 80 to 120 hours. But like I said before, take it with a grain of salt because every person plays games differently, and I know for a fact no matter how long the game will be in the end, there still will be people who will be disappointed by its playtime. But for me personally, I know that 80 hours of playtime is more than enough to get me excited. If the game is fun and exciting, and if I feel like having a good time when I put on my wizarding robe. Let me know in the comments down below how it is for you. Do you prefer games with a good story that excite you and challenge you and manage to grab your attention, or do you only like games where you can sink 500 or more hours into? But I did promise you some news for the Nintendo Switch and PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game. GameRanks did an interview with Avalanche Studios' advanced game designer Troy Johnson, and he told them that the Switch version is going to be awesome. We are doing everything in our power to make sure that each version is beautiful, that it is well optimized, and above all, that it is faithful to the idea we had of the title. And in the end, it will be exactly the title we want. And while this sounds like a lot of marketing gibberish, and we still just have to wait for the next gen versions to be released in order to know how good they really are optimized, I find it really good and noteworthy that they take their time to hopefully really optimize the versions so everybody is able to enjoy the game how it's meant to be played. Not a lot of games do that nowadays. But that should be it for the video. I hope you found it very interesting and that there was some information you didn't know yet. Once again, I would like to invite you to leave some feedback for me in the comments down below. Did you enjoy the video, or would you like me to do something differently the next time around? Everything is very welcome and helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up as it helps the video and the channel grow a lot. And if you enjoyed the video and would like to see more content from me on Hogwarts Legacy, make sure to hit that subscribe button and activate the bell icon so you'll never miss a video. That's it from me for now. Have an awesome day and I'll see you on the next one here on We Are Gamers.